Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you all about Toastmasters because I think it is the #1 most direct approach to doing any kind of self-improvement work on yourself. It's well time tested and proven to work on anybody who is somewhat shy or who's just not very adept at socializing or public speaking. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So let's back up a bit. Why am I needing to talk about socializing? Well, it's because socializing plays a key role in one's ability to be happy in life. I'm not saying it's the ultimate gateway to happiness, but it's an important factor nonetheless, especially for the younger generation who doesn't seem to be on the right track for knowing how to be good at socializing. It's very, very important for the overall well-being and maturity of our nation and our society that everybody knows how to interact and socialize with one another on a basic level. So why is Toastmasters the best option for this? Well, it's precisely because it's an atmosphere that forces you to actually get up and talk in front of people. You can't just take an online course and then expect to be a master at this. You actually have to get out of your comfort zone, get up there and do it. So basically what happens when you're up there giving a 5-minute speech or doing a 2-minute table topic or whatever, every single moment you're up there, you're going to have people evaluating you. They're going to be looking out for 4 main things. Your eye contact. Are you including everybody in your conversation? Or are you just looking off into random parts of the room? Your body language. Does your body language perfectly articulate the narrative that you're trying to put forward to the audience? Or is your body language just compensating for how nervous you are? Your tone of voice. They're going to be looking out for your tone of voice. Are you speaking too loud at certain points? Or are you speaking too quietly? Or is your tone of voice just right for the context of the situation? And the last thing they'll be looking for is a well-structured speech. Are you using bullet points or key points to get your message across? Or are you just using random words, random sentences, and just kind of waffling? Now, there'll be other things that they look for besides those 4 things, but basically anything else they pull you up on will evolve around those 4 main things. Now, before we move on, I just want to tell you about the difference between speeches and table topics. A speech is 5 to 7 minutes long, and you prepare it. It's your speech, you're doing all the prep work on it. The green light will go off at 5 minutes, which is the bare minimum time you should be talking. At 6 minutes, there'll be an orange light, and 7 minutes, there'll be a red light. And if you're 30 seconds past the 7-minute mark, then that's how you know that you've went over time, because then they ring the bell. Now, table topics is a bit more challenging because it's 1 to 2 minutes. And it's not your topic, you're given a topic. You have to make up a narrative around that topic just on the fly and make it up as you go within 1 to 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes in the middle. The green light goes at 1 minute, orange light at 1.5 minutes, and the red light at 2 minutes. Now, it's recommended that if you really want to get the absolute best out of Toastmasters, you should do it for around 5 to 20 years. But I guarantee that after 6 months to a year, you will feel like a completely different person for the better. You will develop more of a social aura, so to speak. And by focusing on those 4 things I mentioned, you will quickly come to realize that most human communication is completely non-verbal. And then you'll develop a sense of how conversations begin in the real world. And being an experienced Toastmaster, you'll not only develop greater social skills, but it'll also make you more marketable in the job world as well. Think about that. You can land an amazing professional job with these Toastmasters skills. And I'm not saying that Toastmasters is 100% guaranteed to work out, but it's helped me a lot, and it is the best option available. Now, the only other alternative to Toastmasters that I can think off the top of my head would be stand-up comedy. Now, I've had no exposure to that whatsoever, but if that's you, go nuts. Because whether it's Toastmasters or any other in-person option you go with, it's going to be way more effective than any other silly online course you take where you don't get any direct experience. Now, another thing I want to show you is Toastmasters offers committee roles that you can get involved in. Now, these are voluntary. These are not mandatory. You don't have to get involved in these. But if you do get involved in these, you're getting involved in the wider scope of Toastmasters, not just your club. You're getting involved in the wider scope of Toastmasters beyond your club. I'm talking management, PR, education, secretary work. It's this sort of stuff. Now, these are voluntary positions and are totally necessary to keep things afloat, but the workload for getting involved in some of these committee roles can be quite high, and burnout is a serious risk. This is not something I have experienced personally, but it's something I've witnessed amongst other people in my club, just getting overstressed with all these committee roles. Now, that's probably the first downside to Toastmasters. The second downside is Toastmasters branding. Toastmasters branding is so overly conservative, right? When you're given a brochure for Toastmasters and you look at the way it's marketed to people, what do you see? People wearing fancy suits and nice dresses. You know, like, that's not even an accurate representation of what it's like at a typical club meeting, where it's more down to earth and casual the way everybody is dressed. Yeah, it's like, and what you see in the brochure, it's just like you're reading it and you think to yourself, oh, I gotta be so a professional when I show up there. It's like, no, just relax. You show up there, everybody's very welcoming. It's just down to earth casual. Because what you see in that brochure with everyone dressed all nicely, it's not an accurate representation of what you see in a Toastmasters club on a daily basis. It's just way too formalized the way Toastmasters is marketed and advertised. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and hit the bell so you never miss a new video upload. And by all means, go out there and join a club and see what you think. I'm Daniel, I'm signing off.